Good evening, fellow PSO2 players or Arcs defenders. It's Terra Quator today. We're going to be talking about some of the looping quests that are going around and its effect on the player augment market. I'm going to give a fair warning for everyone that things are not looking great with the player market right now. A new looping quest, now that we have all three rank 4 combat zones, we have relentless training across Halpha, and starting at 1/5 to 1-7, you have the decold, decold might, decold precision, and decold technique. I'm working on decold precision right now, and we know that they were fetching an extremely high price before these looping quests came out. Before the looping quests came out, you were easily able to fetch somewhere between 150 to 300,000 Meseta on the player market trying to sell, or if you needed to purchase, a decold might, which is, it's decold 3 with the might stacked onto it. Fair warning, the price is crashing. Just earlier today, they were still going for at least 150,000, upwards of 300,000 this morning. And as of 10:11 p.m. Central Time, it is now barely 58,000 for the decold might. I had it on the market for 64,000 an hour ago. So within 1 hour, the value of the decold might, which are not selling, they are not selling right now, is down to 58,000 Meseta in 1 hour. And in the span of 10 hours, we've easily lost between 100 and 250,000 Meseta worth of value. So we are looking at a market crash on all decold augment capsules. So if I guess the bonus is, if you're in the market and really need some decold might, precision, or techniques, you're in luck, because the price has tanked. In fact, I'm going to go here, and you are going to see precision has also plummeted in its value. You're lucky if you get 54,000 trying to sell, but that means this right here, someone's selling for 54,000. So if you really need some decold precision, now is the time to buy. If you haven't done these quests, you can do the quests yourself, and you can get 10 of each of them once you get to relentless training 1-5. on the new high rank level 65 for all 3 region high level combat sectors. But again, if we go to the decold techniques, they have plummeted the most in their value. People are still trying to sell for 64 to 71,000. But it seems the sweet spot right now is around 50,000 is where people are going to sell, and people are going to be more willing to buy, because now the market is oversaturated. So we have, I don't know as of yet whether or not these are going to come back up in the relentless training loop quests. We've only heard that they show up once so far. Maybe they show up again. I don't know. But for the time being, you're going to look at a total market crash on the decold types. So if you do want to sell them for higher, you're going to have to hold on to them. But if you're in the market to buy, now is the time to buy these augments, because they are low. The current augments that are still selling the highest, you're looking at Mastery 4s are still selling high, averaging about 1.9 million to maybe 2 million. But your low average, you're looking at your low average of about 2 million for your Mastery 4s. So Mastery 3 is still going for, let's see. Oops. Mastery 3s are still going for 185,000 at the lowest end, 195,000 at your low average. So get plenty of those. Yeah, there's still. It might actually be more worth your while if you really want to make some Mastery 4s instead of purchasing them right now. You might be able to save a little bit of Meseta just purchasing Mastery 3s when they get the dip of the 185,000 Meseta. You'll save a few thousand Meseta by doing that. And then, of course, let's take a look. Okay, so those are still selling high. The Gigas Mites are now on the market. Gigas Mites are selling for an average of about 800,000 Meseta. And let's see, Mastery 3s, like I said, are still 185,000. The overall market between all four ships are suggesting about 168,000. And Gigas Technique 4s are selling for an average of about 550,000. So definitely better than a Gigas Mite 4. But when it comes to the decold types, the market has crashed on those. They're still selling high, but I don't know how high that's going to remain until people have used what they needed, and then newer players or those who haven't gotten a hold of them during that market rush still need them. The price might crawl back up, but I don't expect decolds to last too much longer in value because Stia is coming out. We're going to need the exact opposite of those in the Stia region. So for now, if you use these and you still want to farm in the Rayard Gorge, you're going to have to hold on to all of that equipment that you put these on. Other than that, if you want to sell, go ahead, but know that the market is going to be extremely tight. And I'll even show you, I haven't sold any of them. Even if I go here, I'm trying to sell for 55,000. I might have to lower it to 50 for Decold Might to maybe sell. And if you think 10 hours ago, they were upwards of 200,000 to 300,000 Meseta. Now they're not. So get ready for the crash. But if you want to see whether or not the price will stabilize once people have once the looping quest has run its course, perhaps the value of the decold types will go up depending on how many people rushed out to sell them low. And we can gauge the market as say the next 1 to 2 weeks crawl on, and we'll see whether or not people have any signs of the quest coming back. If it does, if that quest reward does come back, then the value of the decold combat types are going to remain low. If they don't, you could expect in probably about 1.5 to 2 weeks for the price to gradually go back up because of how expensive it is to make them with Blizzardium. In the meantime, if you're playing the player market, have fun. If you're in to buy now. Other than that, this is Terraquator, and I'll see everyone on ship 2. Happy hunting and happy selling.